Hey, Shalom. It's Fallen Yeshua. Welcome back again to the Rock. Want to say I will not be doing a live stream today. I apologize. I need a little bit more time to get some of the stuff done that I have to get done today. I have to get done before first day next week. So, and I did it 2 weeks ago where I did a live stream while I was out here. These things I cannot do while I'm live streaming. So, um, I apologize, but I'm gonna have to cancel. Y'all willing, this will get me caught up, and I won't have anything hindering me from doing live streams, whether it's sitting down or up and at 'em out here. So I apologize. I think this should be it though, where things will be a lot smoother. We'll at least be able to live stream while I'm working, if need be, for the rest of this summer. Um, and then have the times where I'll be in the house live streaming. But I did want to talk about something. It's a weird time we are in, like bizarro weird. And I know I haven't talked about it in a long time. Preparedness, making sure you have provisions, being wise. The prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. The foolish one passes on and is punished. But you've got to be aware of the times that we are in. You know, people have a short memory. Things happen in life, things happen, in the world, and just as fast as it happens, the media moved on to the next thing, which means the minds of the people moved on because the media controls most of the people's minds. But in the Olympics, and I didn't follow the Olympics. This is the first year. Usually, I really, really enjoy like track and field events, and when it comes to the Olympics, I'll stay up and watch most events. I'll watch soccer. I don't really watch basketball though, even though I enjoy playing basketball. I don't like watching the basketball, but soccer. I watch beach volleyball. I watch volleyball. I played that in high school. I just love track and field definitely. The hammer throw, javelin, high jump, long jump, triple jump. I really enjoy watching the Olympics. Um, but we live in a bizarro world because for the first time, two men fought for the gold in women's boxing. And that's going to offend some people. The two men fought for the gold in women's boxing. I find that weird. Maybe you don't. And also, what they're what they're pseudo, kind of under the table saying is it is now okay to commit domestic violence. It's okay for men to beat up women as long as the man identifies as a woman before he does it. Is that what they're saying? I'm asking you, is that what they're saying? So if a man and a woman get into a fight, and I'm not suggesting people do this. It's wicked, it's foolish, it's stupid, it's against the law. But are they saying that a man, if he is mad at his wife, can then go into her closet, put on some of her clothes, and then go fight his wife and beat her, and legally it's okay because he identifies as a woman? Is that what they're saying? Because it seems that that's what the world just said. If so, I would be very scared if I were you and I had a daughter in a public school system. Can you imagine you getting called up to, or you get a call to the hospital because your daughter got put in the hospital by a man that identifies as a woman, goes to school dressed like a woman, but has the muscles, has the muscle mass, has the muscle density, has the testosterone of a man, and beats the living shit out of your daughter, and that's okay? Is that what they're saying? See, we live in a weird time. If you can't see the wickedness abounding, if you can't see the how this is going to be used and loopholes are going to be found in this, and they're just, I mean, is Sodom and Gomorrah anybody? The idea that men can go into women's sports, dominate, and everyone says it's okay because they identify as a woman, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before somebody identifies as a child They identify as under 18. They identify as a 16-year-old. A man identifies as a 16-year-old boy and tries to mess with one of these children. Shit. That's all I'm going to say. Shit. They are setting things up for a very, 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 very wicked time. And if you aren't in every way possible that you can attempting to separate from aspects of this system, everything's changing. Again, I'm not saying, nor am I condoning, nor am I saying to do it, nor am I saying it's wise. I'm saying they're setting precedences that some of these things are okay. And all it takes is for it to happen one time. This is why, the whole coming out of her. I mean, it is a bizarro land, but, when you have people that are willing to give their shit to their pastor, when you have people that are willing to call another man shepherd, when you have men that are willing to give their stuff to another man and let him give them money, when a man's willing to go to work and give his check to somebody else, when a man's willing to give his dominion, his authority, and everything else away, it's no wonder why men. I mean, if men are literally identifying as servants, it's no wonder men are identifying as women. When anybody identifying as a servant, as a man, is willing to trade in his preeminence, his dominion that Yah gave him, so that the man can become a slave. It's no wonder. It is no wonder this wickedness is expounding and growing. Coming out of her is the only option that it seems. There's a lot of people talking about World War III, and maybe it is coming, maybe it's not. I have my opinions um, on it. Do I believe we're headed that way? Absolutely. I think we are. Um, but the world's falling apart. And so many people have invested heavily into the systems of this world, hoping to make a quick buck, hoping to please their pastor or to please society by saying the right things or pleasing just pleasing a bunch of people. But the one person they're not focused on is pleasing the Most High. Yeah, they're not focused on pleasing Him at all. Let me make my pastor happy. Let me make my boss happy. There's so much disorder. Women are more interested in pleasing their bosses and pleasing their friends than they are pleasing their husband. Men are more worried about doing right by their pastor than by doing right by Yeshua, than by doing right by Yah. We're trading in our preeminence for a couple of likes. There are men on the internet I was looking at that are acting like dogs, literally walking around the mall. I watched a video of a dude walk up to a shoe. He walked up to a Nike outlet or like a Foot Locker or some sort of shoe store, and he started sniffing the shoes and then turned and barked. And then the person with the camera, like, "Oh, you want this one? Okay." And they grab. I'm like, this is what people are, and nobody sees anything weird about this. Of course, a lot of this shit happens in the major cities where this stuff is highly protected. In those states where it's highly protected, I'm happy I'm out here. I'm happy that my children know what they are. I'm happy that this confusion, because Yah's not the author of confusion. I'm glad that this confusion doesn't affect me or my household or my children. I'm happy about that. Very happy at that. This stuff is crazy. And it's only getting crazier. And maybe what they call us old heads, we don't understand that. But these younger people today, they're so wrapped up in this stuff. They see it every day on their tablet when they watch their commercials. They see it every day on YouTube when they watch the commercials. I would suggest, and this is just me humbling, we have to do a hell of a lot better job protecting our children. I praise y'all that I'm able to protect mine, but too many parents just stick a screen in front of their child, and their child's taking in all sorts of bullshit. Got your child questioning who they are. They have no clue who they even are today. And that's being taught that's normal. Man, when I was in school, you knew who you were. Today, your daughter might get her ass beat by a dude who identifies as a woman. To me, it's just not too much to ask for. And hey, people in the world can do whatever they want to do. I'm not here, but I'm worried about it affecting me and mine. I'm worried about it affecting the brothers that I know, the sisters that I know. This is why I talk about these things. We got to come out of these systems. Because before you know it, you're gonna, the Bible, it says it was in Corinthians, evil company corrupts good habits. The people that you hang around, they're gonna corrupt you. No matter what you think, they're going to corrupt you. It only takes a little. It takes some time, and before you know it, you'll be corrupted. Was it saying in the Apocrypha? Every man cleaveth to his like, and every man assembles according to kind. That's in Sirach. How can two walk together unless they agree? That's in Amos. You see, continuous, who you hang around is who you're going to become like. Who your children hang around, brothers and sisters, is who they're going to become like. And it's amazing how it takes only a little bit of influence, only a little leaven, leaveneth the whole lump. So it takes just a little bit of this world to literally mess your child up. It takes a little bit of sin for your child to be confused. Shit, it takes a little bit of leaven for you to be confused. How much more for the weaker vessels, your wife, and how much more for those that are even weaker, who are still on milk in their life, who are still growing, your children. We just throw them out there, little wolves. We throw our families out there, little wolves, hoping that the little bit of time we spend talking with them on the Shabbat is going to outdo the 8, 9, 10, 11 hours a day they spend in the school system, 5 days a week. You'd be surprised how the school system and how the system itself and the people involved in the system can wipe away what your child knows. Like that. Oh, your child may, in front of your face, say the commandments. When they get out there in this world, woo! I hear some terrible stories of brothers that, they, you know, repent and are letting me know that they're misjudging when I talked about these things, where they get their children home and their children are saying things and asking questions that they never learned in the house, and the brother can't understand, like, what, I know where they learned it from, but I'm so mad. I'm mad at myself, but I'm mad at the school for letting them allowing us to be taught. I'm like, you can't be mad at the system for being the system. You can't be mad at a snake for wanting to bite you. You can't be. I got stung in the face by a wasp a couple days ago. You can't get mad at a wasp for stinging you in the face. They are what they are. It is what it is. What you need to do is protect those that you love. And sisters, for those of you that are uncovered, this is the protection that y'all need from, because a lot of y'all are falling into this. A lot of y'all brothers, you're falling into this because you refuse to separate from this system. I'm not talking about the extremes that I look at and say the extremes. And some people are like, well, I don't let my children do this, that, and the other. Hey, that's you. That's you. You know, that's cool. I believe in watching over your children and teaching your children. We should be teaching them, not somebody else teaching them. I don't consider that extreme. It used to be how we used to live. I don't consider that extreme. I don't consider growing my own food extreme. I don't consider making my own compost extreme. I don't consider this life extreme at all. I consider it common sense. Or at least maybe it used to be. Anyways, bless y'all. Hope you have a blessed Shabbat. Again, I apologize, but we will be back next week, y'all willing, and we're gonna get on to some of these topics of discussion. I gotta finish this. Bless y'all, and Shabbat Shalom, or since it's not Shabbat yet, Shalom.